Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel, where we delve deeply into the ever-evolving saga of the British royal family. Today we are dissecting a fascinating, yet tense moment in the monarchy's modern history, a period defined by both the necessary closure of an internal crisis and the urgent pursuit of global solutions to existential threats. Before we immerse ourselves in these complex narratives, please take a moment to show your support. Do remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our in-depth royal analyses. Your engagement truly helps us bring these stories to light. The House of Windsor is currently navigating treacherous waters. On one hand, there is the immediate, agonizing pressure stemming from a long-running family crisis. The decision has finally been made, seemingly with a collective sigh of relief, to settle matters concerning the disgraced royal Prince Andrew once and for all. This action represents a firm move toward asserting stability and protecting the integrity of the crown. Yet simultaneously, the focus of the future monarchy, the Prince and Princess of Wales, is pivoting toward a different, arguably far greater, storm. Prince William and Princess Catherine are meticulously shedding light on a crucial environmental and financial crisis that impacts not just one nation, but the entire global public. This strategic diversion of attention serves a dual purpose, reinforcing the commitment of the monarchy to service while simultaneously minimizing the disruptive noise generated by internal discord. Let us first examine the decisive actions being taken against Prince Andrew, Duke of York, as these moves underscore the unwavering determination of King Charles III to protect the institution above all else. The urgency to finalize the separation between Andrew and his former royal life has intensified, driven significantly by the insistence of his elder nephew, Prince William. For months, the situation concerning Andrew had remained a perpetual shadow cast over Buckingham Palace. However, in recent weeks, the measures implemented have moved from symbolic gestures to concrete, irreversible separations. Last week, a significant statement was released by Buckingham Palace on Andrew's behalf, confirming a major step back. This announcement stipulated that he was relinquishing the remaining use of his royal titles and honors. The stated reason was starkly clear. Their use had become a debilitating distraction from the essential work of the working members of the royal family. This public acknowledgement of his detrimental presence is perhaps the most forceful repudiation yet. But the punitive measures extend far beyond mere paper declarations. Moves are now actively underway to finally evict him from his longtime residence, Royal Lodge, a sprawling and historically significant property within the confines of Windsor Great Park. Royal Lodge was, for decades, a tangible symbol of his high status, and its loss marks the ultimate severance of his privileged ties to the heart of the royal estate. Perhaps even more symbolically potent was the quiet yet profound act that preceded the eviction plans, the removal of his royal banner. This banner, which had held its place for years inside the hallowed walls of St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, has been physically taken down. St. George's Chapel is not merely a church, it is the spiritual home of the Order of the Garter, the highest order of chivalry in Britain, and the final resting place of monarchs. The removal of Andrew's banner from this sacred space is a visual and historical erasure, cementing his detachment from the core ceremonial life of the monarchy. The implication is unmistakable. The internal storm, the crisis of reputation, is being forcefully closed by King Charles, spurred on by the steely resolve of Prince William, who is keenly focused on the future credibility of the crown. This strict action, however necessary, is contrasted by the forward-looking endeavors championed by the Prince and Princess of Wales. While the media fixated on the eviction notices and title relinquishments, William was focused on the logistics of the upcoming Earthshot Prize award ceremony, scheduled for next month in the vibrant nation of Brazil. The Earthshot Prize, which William launched with great fanfare, is designed to be the most prestigious global environmental prize in history, intended to accelerate solutions to the world's most pressing environmental challenges. It operates on the philosophy that human ingenuity can reverse the damage done to the planet within the next decade. The program has been diligently releasing crucial updates regarding the finalists and the pioneering work they are undertaking. These updates are far more than mere press releases. They are detailed showcases of practical, scalable solutions aimed at combating climate change, restoring nature, and cleaning our air and oceans. The sheer scope of the Earthshot initiative demonstrates William's commitment to furthering the advocacy that his father, King Charles III, led throughout his youth, but with an accelerated pace and a focus on tangible, immediate results. William is translating decades of royal environmental passion into speedier action, seeking real-world solutions to alleviate the planet of its most urgent problems. One such critical update, shared by the Earthshot team on a recent Friday, provided a stark illustration of the devastating consequences of climate volatility and simultaneously highlighted the leadership emerging from the most vulnerable nations. The update detailed the catastrophic storm that recently slammed into the nation of Barbados. Barbados, though geographically small in size, is currently leading huge change on the global stage, particularly in the realm of climate justice and international finance reform. The island nation, located in the Atlantic, is acutely susceptible to the increasing ferocity of tropical weather systems, a direct consequence of rising global temperatures. The impact of the storm was laid bare by the nation's leader, Prime Minister Mia Amor Motley. A figure of immense international stature and a powerful advocate for developing nations, Prime Minister Motley revealed that the massive, unprecedented storm had utterly devastated their vital fishing industry. For an island nation, the fishing industry is not merely an economic sector. It is the lifeblood of countless coastal communities, integral to local food security, and deeply embedded in the cultural fabric. The devastation wrought by this single weather event serves as a microcosm of the global disruption caused by climate change, disproportionately affecting those least responsible for the crisis. In response to these crushing realities, Prime Minister Motley has championed the Bridgetown Initiative. This initiative, which has garnered global recognition and support from William's Earthshot platform, is far-reaching in its ambition. She spoke eloquently about how the Bridgetown Initiative is a necessary pathway to reform, to bring greater fairness and equity to those who need access to the international financial systems. The core problem the initiative seeks to address is the paradox faced by developing nations. They suffer the worst effects of climate change, yet they lack the financial means or are burdened by prohibitive debt terms to invest in resilience or recover from climate-induced disasters. The Bridgetown Initiative is essentially a pioneering endeavor to overhaul the global financial architecture, specifically the post-World War II systems, to make them fit for the purpose of a climate-changed world. It demands that wealthy nations and multilateral development banks provide financing that is accessible, affordable, and tailored to the unique vulnerabilities of developing economies. The Earthshot update proudly highlighted the concrete achievements already secured through this pioneering work. The initiative has successfully enabled the creation of a $700 million loss and damage fund for 70 vulnerable nations. This fund is critical. It represents direct financial assistance intended to cover the unavoidable losses and damages caused by climate change. Losses that cannot be prevented through mitigation or adaptation efforts. For 70 nations struggling with rising seas, intensifying droughts, and destructive storms, this fund offers a lifeline and a recognition of historical responsibility. Furthermore, the efforts aligned with the Bridgetown Initiative have contributed to securing a $100 billion commitment from the G20 for developing countries. The G20, representing the world's major economies, holds the keys to global finance. While the $100 billion figure represents a significant pledge, the true challenge lies in ensuring this commitment is fully mobilized and dispersed efficiently to those who need it most, particularly in areas of climate adaptation and green infrastructure investment. William's involvement serves to keep global leaders accountable to these promises. The contrast between the two crises dominating the royal sphere is profound. On one side, we witness the painful, necessary surgical removal of a distracting element, Prince Andrew, to safeguard the dignity of the crown. This is a crisis of reputation and institutional management. On the other side, we see the future king, Prince William, actively engaging with a crisis that threatens the very habitability of the planet and the stability of global society. This is a crisis demanding innovation, reform, and generational commitment. William's commitment is deeply rooted in the legacy of his father. King Charles III spent decades advocating for environmental stewardship, often being dismissed as eccentric for his early warnings about organic farming and climate change. Now, William is taking that foundational work and supercharging it. He is not just talking about conservation. He is funding and promoting tangible, scalable technologies and systemic financial reform, ensuring that the advocacy translates into real-world change at an urgent pace. The selection of Brazil as the host for the upcoming Earthshot Prize award ceremony is itself a statement. Brazil, home to the vast Amazon rainforest, stands at the epicenter of global biodiversity and climate discussions. By holding the ceremony there, William is signaling the monarchy's commitment to protecting the lungs of the earth and working collaboratively with nations facing immense environmental pressures and opportunities. The ceremony will undoubtedly draw global media attention, providing a massive platform for the finalists, the innovators and entrepreneurs who are building solutions for the future. In conclusion, the current moment for the British monarchy is one of decisive action and purposeful realignment. King Charles, with the resolute backing of Prince William, is drawing a definitive line under the turbulent chapter of Prince Andrew, enforcing institutional discipline through the relinquishing of honors, the removal of symbolic banners from St. George's Chapel, and the impending eviction from Royal Lodge. This internal housekeeping is essential for stability. Simultaneously, the focus of the Prince and Princess of Wales remains firmly fixed on the global stage, using the power of the Earthshot Prize to highlight both the devastating impact of climate crises, as seen in Barbados' fishing industry devastation, and the powerful, revolutionary solutions emerging from initiatives like the Bridgetown Initiative. The successful mobilization of the $700 million loss and damage fund for 70 vulnerable nations and the securing of the $100 billion commitment from the G20 are testaments to the power of high-level advocacy when paired with practical financial reform. This dual focus, resolving the past while aggressively building the future, is critical to the modern monarchy's survival and relevance. It demonstrates that the royals are capable of managing their own house while actively engaging in the most pressing global challenges of our time. What are your thoughts on this strategic maneuver by the King and the Prince of Wales? Do you believe the decisive action against Prince Andrew provides the necessary closure for the institution? And how significant do you view the Earthshot Prize's role in promoting critical financial reforms like the Bridgetown Initiative? Please share your opinions in the comments below. We read every one of your insights. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for our next detailed celebrity and royal update. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.